Hello friends, welcome to football predictions, which are going to be a bit weird this week, because I've made the very boneheaded decision to let my wife write my script. I've not read it, we'll see exactly what she's put down. This could go anywhere. No Thursday night games, obviously, I'm posting this on Saturday night, so, makes sense, there's no Thursday night games. So, Sunday 6 o'clock. We have the Texans at the Titans. This is a difficult one to call due to the two teams' incredibly close record and similar terrific, tongue-tickling, alliterative or inclusive of illustrious T's choice of team name. Surely the yin and yang involved in this, plus the fact that both teams have the number 4 in their record, should indicate they've met their match and this will in fact be a draw. However, things are not quite what they seem between these two teams. TexansWire.com are adamant that the Texans have to figure out when the Titans are running bootlegs. It has been said that their current game plan is inspired by The Great Gatsby in its insipid nature. I disagree. In actuality, if the Texans leave the illegal alcohol smuggling and consumption alone altogether, they will definitely triumph in the stagger to the finish line. Look out for ridiculous face paint. Apparently it does nothing to help glare, so why even bother? It's not Halloween yet. Also look out for a Titans win by 8, despite the bootlegging. The Ravens at the Eagles. Another birds of a feather set of teams here. Hopefully less feathers will be ruffled for the Ravens than last match, however. Last match they won. Don't know about that. Despite the win, okay, as we all know, Lamar had issues with his helmet last match, with the sound going out and signals being missed from the sideline on multiple plays. Luckily for Ravens fans, they've found a solution this week. Lamar has been on a crash course in interpretive dance, and the team have hired the Baltimore Boogie Babes to ensure communications run smoothly. Surely this will lead the team to triumph over the simmering frustration on the Eagles side from number 1 scoring fantasy player this year, Zach Ertz. Speaking to his close friend and confidant, NBC, Ertz has scathingly revealed he's too frustrated to see the ball anymore because the Eagles' record is so poor this season. He will definitely push through this, score 8 touchdowns, and claim victory for the Eagles here. Why? He has 46 years of interpretive dance experience. Let's go Ravens by 11. just for the crack. Can you tell my wife has Zach Ertz in fantasy? The Falcons at the Vikings. This really comes down to the battle of the quarterback with a surname and relationship status as a name versus the quarterback with 2 first names as a name. Maybe these teams should pool resources and become the Vilcons. The Vikings also have the advantage of playing in purple, the colour of royalty. The Falcons seem to be spending more time bickering at the moment than practicing anyway. Despite having ample opportunity to speak to the press about locker room antics, Matt Ryan has not found opportunity to throw a touchdown pass since September 27th. Hopefully he manages to glimpse the excellent new campaign the UK government-sanctioned company Cyberfirst have produced around career development, and if this game doesn't go his way, Fatima can help him reskill, rethink, and reboot. And lead the Falcons to victory by 3. The Browns at the Steelers. This match is hyped up to be an absolute nail-biter, with both teams having the same record and sharing the same petty rivalry. Not quite the same record there. There is some underlying tension to do with the fight that happened last year with some helmets smashing together. Yeah, Mason Rudolph wasn't wearing his helmet, he was just getting hit by it, but sure. That seems to happen most games, so I'm unsure why this one is newsworthy. Mostly because he didn't have his helmet on. Kareem Hunt disagrees though, calling this game the revenge game for the Browns, who apparently were enticed to start the fight. Let's be honest, I don't really understand it, so I reckon the players will have forgotten all about it too. I think the opposite will happen. Everyone will be really closely matched, so no one will score any points. No one will ever get past the 3rd down, and it will be attempted field goal after punt after attempted field goal until a winner is declared. The game will be called punt ball after this match. Steelers by 3. Presumably they will score one of those many field goals. Look out for, since this one's on TV, Russell Wilson saying this little light of mine in 2018, even though he's in neither of these teams. If you have Sky Sports in the UK, you'll know. Oh, God. Let's go to the Bengals at the Colts. All eyes on the Bengals again as prodigal child Joe Burrow attempts not to make a bungle with the Bengals. The morally correct thing to do would be to sit Burrow out before he turns into kindling because he's being sacked left, right and centre. But then, what else would the Bengals do? I'm afraid Joe will just have to cry himself a river. Brackets. Philip. What will most likely happen is that when Burrow's bones shatter, they will stab the defensive line to death, resulting in a landslide victory for the Bengals, led by Kevin Huber. Go on, take a punt. Look out for Pascal and his pals and their bright, beautiful hair. There's purple, ash blonde, brown, aquamarine. Makes the game much more pleasant to watch. I'm hoping Adidas takes note and sends them coordinating shoes. Colts by 17. What have I done? Lions at the Jags. The winning records of these big cats speak for themselves. Last week we witnessed the taming of the Minshrew as he had his lowest pass completion stats of the season. Even this is better than the rookie move made by the Lions last week when they confirmed they would not be renewing Kenny Galladay's contract anytime soon. Although he seems not to be too bothered, stating he ain't really tripping too much. The fact he is tripping at all is a concern for someone whose main goal was running without tripping. Even more concerning are the connotations of drug use this phrase indicates. This blatant clumsiness or clear abuse of hallucinogenics will definitely lose his team the match. Until they win by 8. Look out for the coaches taking their face masks off to speak to players and then putting them on their faces again. Yeah, fair play. Let's go for the Bears at the Panthers. There are alarming circumstances that have come to light with regards to this matchup. The Chicago Sun-Times has exclusively revealed the Panthers quarterback and offense are cheating by time travelling. In an undercover operation, it was revealed they are weeks ahead of the Bears. One has to wonder how many yards the penalty is for time travelling. Surely the minimum number of weeks to make the word plural is 2. The average number of yards per game travelled by an offensive line is 234 passing and 113 rushing yards. So this works out to a 694 yard penalty against the Panthers. First down. Good luck. Bears by 6. You know, they'll get a touchdown based on that penalty and miss the extra point. Let's go for the football team at the Giants. The Giants are well worth the $500 they were bought for in 1925. Alas, in this case, they're only here to serve as the side to the main event, which is Kyle Watch. It's like Josh Watch, but much more important. The best quarterback in the NFL has come out to play, and it's like the season has some new spirit about it. He's back in as QB1 and is ready to take Washington to the playoffs. His injury last week was deemed selfish by Scott Turner and a bonehead move, but he was really just giving the fans what they wanted. More close-ups of his undeniably cute babyface, more discussion about him, and more hype for his return. Washington to win 100-3. And the Giants to win by 1. In all seriousness, despite DeAndre Baker not playing at the moment, I think he's taught them enough they're just able to steal this victory. Okay, we'll see. Let's go for the Broncos at the Patriots. The only person who really cares is Donald Trump. And people with shares in cheesy pasta. Nice. Interesting how the team with the closest alliance to the leader of the country are having the most trouble with COVID. Pats by 10. If the game goes ahead, which I really don't think it will at this stage. You never know. Here we go. Jets at Dolphins. It's time. Last week, the Dolphins owned the 49ers harder than the punch I delivered to Mark Lyle's arm in 2005, when I monumentally choked a game of Madden against him by going for a field goal when I could have run out the clock and fumbled it for a touchdown. That's not what happened though, is it? That's not what happened. I just didn't know what button it was to take a knee. You know. Anyway, despite this fluke, yeah, it was a fluke, Mark, the Dolphins are really experiencing a bad touch of the grass is always greener, combined with watching your ex with a new partner. Did they pick the wrong quarterback in the draft? No. Did they break up with the wrong person? As you know, Sam Darnold is still skiving, so Fitz will be facing Flacco. So I think it will purely come down to who has the best facial hair of the two, and that has to go to Flacco's rugged charms. Fitzpatrick at the moment is forming too much of an attachment to the Wilson brand of football. Hopefully he can cast away this attachment before it destroys what remains of his career. In our friend group, this matchup is sure to bring a fight or two. But the reality is both teams are tepid at best, so the outcome of this match will change nothing. Dolphins by 17, which will change something because it will take us to 500. There you go. Changes something? What are you talking about? The Packers at the Buccaneers. Most of the Bucs' week has been spent urging NFL fans to vote, as apparently they are deemed unable to realise it's time on their own. So it's unlikely they will have the practice they need going into this week's matchup. Rodgers has unquestionably been on point this season, and has been in a much better headspace. Seemingly though, this is due to a new love interest 8 years his younger. Perhaps trading for a younger model is something on Rodgers' conscience, as both him and Brady surely enter retirement soon. Acting it out in other ways will maybe release some tension. With questions over Brady's senility being raised after he forgot what down it was last week, he will surely be turning up to this game red-faced and ready to prove that he can, indeed, still count to 4. But will it become all too much for good old Grandad Tom? I say yes, Packers by 4. The Rams at the 49ers. Or as Becky has suggested, the 49ers and the Chargers. The Rams, sorry. The logo confused me there. It's sure to be full of drama, as Garoppolo garopples with the ball. The first question is, will he manage to stand for a full game of football? Moving on, will the Rams, manage to get any balls off at all? With Goff surely exhausted from the exertion of watching his girlfriend audition for the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, where she's following in the footsteps of world-famous personality Gronk's girlfriend. Personally, I've always said that Alex Smith is a piss-weak human being. Come on. So it's nice that people have another idol to follow. That's cruel. That's cruel. Rams by 7. It is time for my man crush of the week, also known as Josh Watch! Josh Watch! Josh Watch! It's Josh Watch. Josh's baby face and teeny eyes have emerged into the news this week as questions have arisen over whether he should shave his moustache or not. His franchise Twitter even tweeted to ask fans what their perception was over the tantalising tash. As many of you will know, Josh has also released his own cereal of late, named Josh's Jacks. Special prizes go to those who find moustache trimmings floating in their milk. Josh Watch! Josh Watch! Josh Watch! It's Josh Watch. Well, that's a weird Josh Watch. I don't know how I feel about that. There's another awkward reunion this week with Bills centre Mitch Morse going face to face with his old teammates from Kansas City. The Bills were also vying for the affections of the dashing Le'Veon Bell, who chose Kansas City as his new brethren. This must smart for the team who feel like they're always underestimated. I'm not saying punches will fly, but there may be some testosterone fueled showing off. This match is sure to be high octane regardless, with Josh's Jacks reportedly causing volcanic wind, so who knows which direction it will go. Chiefs by 7. That's what I'd suggest. Look out for Kelsey's cool shoes. Oh God, what is this? Oh God, what is this? The Cardinals at the Cowboys. A thought poem. I'm too young. I'm too young to die. The double C to close us out. Cowboys and the Cards are what it's about. The primetime slot of Monday night, without a quarantine in sight. Hopefully. Prescott's leg will be replaced by Andy. Apparently not permanent, just nice and handy. How many fumbles and how many sacks? Cowboys fans just want boring Dak back. Kyler Murray is a threat on the run. Covering DeAndre won't be much fun. The Cowboys are missing 38 key men. If they're going to be defeated, this is definitely when. The Cowboys' defence is as holy as a sieve. The Cardinals is slightly better. Something has to give. Who will score most, Kenyon or Zeke? This one could go either way. Eek! Dear God, what was that? Cowboys by 6, please. And that's gonna do it. I don't know if I could even go on any further than that. Thank you very much for watching. I really applaud you if you've made it through that. Yeah, some interesting picks. Perhaps. Who knows? I don't know anymore. I'm done. Thank you very much. I will see you guys next week, where I will be taking control of the script again. Bye for now.